is value? And what has value to you? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Solar Systems, where we help you understand the system your soul goes into. This is Moon Dance with Michael. I'm your host, the Royal Triangle Michael, and I am cutting out the esoteric middleman and giving you the tools you need to connect yourself right to the source. So, value. What has value to you? What has value to me? What has value to everyone else? And in this realm, when you think of value, you typically think of money. And that's not necessarily the case. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down what has value and what gives something value, right? So let's start breaking this down. Down here, what has value? Well, that kind of depends on who you ask. But most people would say, money! But how do we give value to certain things? When you understand value and what has value, you have to understand where value comes from and how it's created. So when it comes to understanding like your personal things that have value, this is a little bit different. So when it comes to understanding these things, it all depends on you, because not everybody values the same thing. And this can depend on some astrological alignments that we'll get to later. But regardless, value. So some people value friends. Some people value their hobbies a lot. Some people may have value doing, different things that you have value in. And this also kind of gets into the whole political values, even though I really hate talking about that stuff. Oh, like Republicans and Democrats, they value different things, right? And you can see that in their policies and what they talk about. I'm going to leave it at that because I really don't want to talk about it, but I'm just giving you guys an example. So these things change on us. They depend on us. And what has value to you is different than what has value to someone else. This is created from a couple of things. This can depend on what planet and sign is in your second house, the house of values that gave birth to the Taurus constellation. A lot of people think that this has to do with money, and yes, that's true, but it's values in general, just like the planet of Venus. These two are the astrological space and planet of what has value to you personally. For example, if someone's a sun in Taurus with their sun in their second house, then the way that they express themselves is going to be heavily influenced by the things that they have value. So if you don't have value or you're not bringing something to the table to them, they might not seem all that interested and go off and do something else. And if it doesn't have value to them, if you somehow end up making them do it, then you can obviously tell that they're not having a good time with it.
This situation is a blood-soaked, nightmarish hellscape.
So when it comes to understanding value, you have your personal values, and there's the things that we as a society give value to. So let's start off by talking about what has value in this realm as a society, because personal values can change and vary depending on the person. But as a society, basically the society values are those that are basically taught to you your entire life. So money, education, your family, your country, depending on the environment you grew up in. So the reason why those things have value is because we as a collective gave them value. It's not that they're inherently valuable, it's that we made them valuable. Things like money. Money is a tool that can be used, but it also goes through a lot of people's heads. The reason why money has value is because we gave it value. So this is going to represent a certain value, and I'm going to trade it for this. So you can have transactions. And money ain't nothing but a tool for you to use. It's nothing for you to hoard and to chase. It's just something to be used by you, right? Like a planet. You have a Mercury placement to help you think and communicate. You use it when you need it. Same thing with money. You overuse it, other things start to shut down, you become less active, and in the end, less approachable. So when it comes to actually really understanding value and where value comes from, you have to understand that we are the ones who give value or a certain meaning to certain things. Money only has real value because we say it does. And it's the same thing with gold and Bitcoin and freaking cryptocurrency and things like that. Value only comes from or is only given to the things that you pay your attention to and say it has value for a specific reason. So for example, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're going to use the US dollar and fiat currency for an example in this. What is the main difference between fiat currency and cryptocurrency, right? Why do most people say that one is better than the other? Because one is physical, intangible, you can hold it. Sure, but for example, on cryptocurrency, I can have a flash drive that says I have 12,000 Bitcoin, and I can go to literally any crypto wallet and plug it in and be like, oh yeah, there's 12,000 Bitcoin on that, and the market says it's worth this much, right? Why is that? What's the difference? Well, besides one being physical and one not, there really isn't any difference.
Really?
The only reason why fiat currency has value is because we say it has value. And, as more of it gets into circulation, the value goes down and, inflation, what can I say? Cryptocurrency is the same thing. The only reason why it has value is because we say it has value. If people were to stop buying and selling and trading a certain coin, its market value would plummet because no one's interested in it. That's also one of the differences between say, Bitcoin specifically in the US dollar is that one, Bitcoin has a limited supply. So eventually no more Bitcoin can be made. And unlike, gold and the US dollar, more of that can be created, Bitcoin can't. So where's your argument exactly? But this is just a distraction to keep you from really understanding the point of what has value and what doesn't. Because in this realm, when it comes to society, things only have value if we say as a collective it has value. If we were all to say that freaking US dollar doesn't matter anymore, we all get ourselves these gold brass ring things and this is worth $20 nowadays, whatever. If enough people would say it, so it would be. What actually has value? It's pretty simple. It's what you think has value to you. What is useful to you? What do you pay your attention to? And the attention part's a double-edged sword because you can be paying attention to some really terrible stuff and that will have a very bad effect on you. But, video up over there. We are the ones who give value to something. And don't let anyone tell you that, oh, no, this has value. This is a limited supply, so it has value like gold. Shut up. Alchemy is a thing. The hell. But when it comes to actually understanding what has value and what doesn't have value, this is a very personal thing, right? Why? Because not everybody has the same energy. Not everybody values the same things. Not everybody is focused on the same things, right? Not everybody is as interested as you are in the things that you have value in, and just as you may not be as interested in the things that other person has value in. So value is a totally individual aspect that we have built in together as a society to maintain certain things. When it comes to understanding value and currency, because when you think of value, people typically think of material things such as money, cars, rocks, gold, silver. But the only reason why we do that is because we say it does. So we as a community, as a collective, have given that value. But when it comes to actually understanding value, it's a very individual thing because not everybody has the same energy, right? And the same astrological placements. For example, people think that the second house has to do with value and material and money, and it does, but it doesn't tell you why you value certain things. It can kind of allude to it. Oh, you value money because, your Venus is placed in your second house in Taurus. It's at home. Kind of can do with the material things, or otherwise it doesn't, right? But it also kind of depends on how you are aware of your energy and how you're raised. To keep this story long or short and sweet, the value is really just determined by you. What has value to you? If you're going through your daily life. If you're going through your daily life and finding that you're doing things that aren't helping you in your daily life or things that you don't have any interest in, then why do them? If they have no value to you, why are you doing it? It's the same thing, that just because if it has value to you, then you add value to it. Simple as that. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what kind of spiritual topic you want us to talk about next, because I'll think of something to do. Otherwise, am I just going to have to sit here and stare into the window just like this? If you guys would like to request a reading, you may email us at readings@solarsystems.org, along the screen over there, or that way, whichever way it is. And if you want to stay up to date with the daily alignments, you can follow us over on Instagram. Check out the reel and the tag over there. Basically, daily alignments. Help you understand every day's energy every day on the daily. Boom, son. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So until next time, fly high, y'all.